How to start an S-Corp in California. Are you considering setting up an S-Corp in California? S-Corp refers an S-Corporation, which is a tax filing status for an LLC or a corporation, one with the potential to lower your tax bill. This article will show you how to create an S-Corp in California, including the unique aspects of doing so in the Golden State. What is an S-Corp? You should understand that an S-Corp is not a business structure, rather, it's a tax classification that either an LLC or a corporation can apply for with the IRS if it meets the criteria. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start an S-Corp using ZenBusiness, and I'm also going to review their service. They are one of the best entity formation platforms out there in the market. First, scroll down a little and below the business type section, you will see the Start a S-Corp option. Click on the green button and your S-Corp formation process will begin. Then put your business name and then they ask you, are all the business owners U.S. citizens? I click yes. After you are done, then comes revenue.S-Corp. Don't have to pay corporate taxes on profits. Instead, profits pass through to your personal income and it's taxed there. It's asked, do you expect to earn a profit in the first 2 years of business? I press the yes button. After that, the question is, do you plan to pay yourself a competitive salary? Yes. Why not? Then comes LLC with S-Corp election. An LLC with S-Corp election is a good fit because you plan to pay yourself a market rate salary. An S-Corp can lower your self-employment taxes. An S-Corp is a federal tax election on your IRS tax filings. To see if the election can be applied to your state taxes, ask a tax professional or the Department of Revenue. After that, you can see they ask, what state are you forming your business in? After writing the state, they check business name is available for registration in the state of California. Then says, what's your first name? After done, you can see, do you have prior experience in running a business? For this question, I'm going to answer some and click on the next button. In the next question, it asks, will you have employees in the first year? Since I do not have any employees, I will select the no option and click on next. In the next question, it asks you whether your business address is different from your home address. Always answer this question by clicking the yes option because you don't want to give away your home address to potential clients, customers, agencies, and other service providers and get bombarded with tons of physical mail. Then it asking, are you already operating and just formalizing or planning for the future? I am clicking planning for the future option. When you're ready to launch, ZenBusiness be right here to help out with anything you need. Then it's asking you, what are your goals for your business? Just click on the side business option. You can choose as your suitable ways. Here, it's asking you what industry your business falls under. Just click on the blank option, type your industry name, and select the one you are planning to start. Now, it's asking me to save my progress. I will select Save My Progress and click on Next. In this section, enter your legal last name, your email address, and a valid phone number and click on Next. After that, it will ask you whether you want to get their registered agent service or not. Getting a registered agent is a legal requirement in order to file a S-Corp in any state. It is a legal requirement in California to appoint a registered agent, RA, for your business. ZenBusiness charges $199 per year for their registered agent service, which is not a lot in my opinion, and you can run your business hassle-free. If you choose to get a registered agent through them, then they will only charge this fee after your S-Corp has been registered. Now, in the next section, it's asking you whether you need EIN and business document service. S-Corp Form 2553. This is the IRS form that small businesses must use to register as an S-Corp, instead of just an LLC. This documents and forms, like service agreements for web design, graphic design, employment, and more. All templates are ready to customize and designed to meet your needs. If you don't have any EIN and want to file for one hassle-free, then you can select the $99 option and ZenBusiness will handle everything for you. Now they have 3 options here, starting with the most basic option, Starter Corporation $0. Plus California filing fee $70. Personally, I recommend you to go for the Pro plan, which will cost you $199 per year plus a $70 California state filing fee, which varies from state to state. I recommend this package because it includes an operating agreement and worry-free compliance service, automatic expense tracking, tax deduction tagging, the best value, which you are gonna need anyway when filing for a C-Corp. You'll be able to get your corporation in 8 to 10 business days. With the basic starter package, it would take 2 to 3 weeks. If you go for the starter plan, which costs $0 plus the state fee, you will have to make all these documents yourself and file them manually, which is quite a lot of headache. That's why I don't like the starter plan. Below the option you can see full package details. The premium plan's gonna cost you $299 per year, and it includes everything from the starter and pro plan. Plus, they are gonna help you register your LLC faster and set up your business website, business email, and domain name. This is for serious people that want to take off running from the get-go. So if you want speed and you want everything done for you, then this is probably gonna be the best choice. If you click below this table on the all package, and also includes ZenBusiness Money Pro. Money Pro helps small businesses manage all of their finances in one place. Like a pro.by clicking you can add Money Pro and pay monthly or prepay annually to save. In this section it recommended rush filing. If you want to best speed, then click rush 5 to 6 business days $99. Now I click the no thanks button. After selecting your desired package, click on next. In the next sections, they will try to upsell you with their additional services which you don't necessarily need at the initial stage of your business. But if you think you are in need of any of these, then you can choose them according to your liking. Now click on the Review and Checkout button. Then, it's going to ask you to thoroughly check all of your information correctly again before placing your order. After filling this section correctly, it's gonna send you to the payment section and will show you your total due amount. It will also show you all the services your package is included with. You can also include or exclude any service you want in this section. When you are done selecting, click on the Continue to Payment button and it will ask for your card number. Once you are done with the payment, they will start processing your order and you will receive your C-Corp within 7 to 9 business days. Requirements and limitations of S-Corp. Before you form an S-Corp in California, you need to be aware of the S-Corp filing requirements and limitations. Specifically, to qualify for S-Corporation status, an entity must be a domestic corporation or LLC. Domestic here refers to the business having been formed within the state of California. Not be an ineligible corporation, such as certain financial institutions, insurance companies, and domestic international sales corporations. Have only one class of stock. Have no more than 100 shareholders or members. Shareholders is the term for owners of a corporation, while members is the term for owners of an LLC. Have only allowable shareholders or members, which includes individuals, certain trusts, and estates. The shareholders may not be partnerships, corporations, or non-resident aliens. A non-resident alien is an alien who has not passed the green card test or the substantial presence test. Not all business entities are eligible for S-Corp classification. However, if your business entity meets these requirements, you can apply for an S-Corp election. S-Corp in California considerations. California is different, though. An S-Corp pays state income taxes at both the business and individual levels. Here are some other differences for S-Corp in California. S-corporations in the state must pay a minimum California franchise tax every year, which is 1.5% of the corporation's net income or $800, whichever is greater. This minimum franchise tax is due the first quarter of each accounting period regardless of whether your corporation is active, inactive, operates at a loss, or files a return for a short period, less than 12 months. California does waive the minimum tax on newly formed or qualified S-corporations filing an initial return for their first taxable year if they're registered with the California Secretary of State. The S-corporation is allowed tax credits and net operating losses. The computation of tax on built-in gains and excess passive income. Filing as an S-corp in California. You should understand that an S-corp is not a business structure. Rather, it's a tax classification that either an LLC or a corporation can apply for with the IRS if it meets the criteria. We'll outline those criteria and the steps you would need to take to file as an S-corp if you decide that it's right for your business. Step 1. Register a business name. Pick a name for your California company. You must find a name that's not in use by any other California business. Our California business search page can help you with that. Step 2. Get an agent for service of process in CA. Appoint a California agent for service of process. Called a registered agent in most states, this is a person or business that receives important legal notices, such as subpoenas, on behalf of your company. They're required to be available during all business hours so that they can accept notices in person. We can help you find a California agent for service of process. Step 3. File California Articles of Organization. Articles of Organization are required for every LLC in the state of California. Unlike many other states, California requires 2 separate forms to be filed in order to form your LLC. First, there are the aforementioned Articles of Organization. Next is the Statement of Information, which we'll cover next. Step 4. File California Statement of Information. This is the second part of the initial paperwork for starting your LLC in the Golden State. Remember, this step is in addition to filing the Articles of Organization. Your Statement of Information has to be filed within 90 days of formation to retain your LLC name and status with the state. Step 5. Create an operating agreement for S-corporation election. Make a California operating agreement for your LLC. Operating agreements outline the rules and operating procedures for the management of the LLC, much like the bylaws required by corporations. They also include information such as how the ownership and profits are divided among the members. Most states do not require LLC operating agreements, but California does. Step 6. Apply for an EIN. Get an Employer Identification Number, EIN. This is the tax ID number for your LLC. This number is also commonly referred to as a Federal Employer Identification Number, FIN. Just as you use your Social Security number to file personal taxes, you'll use your EIN to file business taxes. Step 7. File Form 2553 for S-corporation election. The IRS requires that you complete and file your Form 2553 with the IRS. Within 75 days of the formation of your LLC or C corporation, or no more than 75 days after the beginning of the tax year in which the election is to take effect. Or at any time during the tax year preceding the tax year the election is to take effect. Advantages of S-corp status for California LLCs. Pass-through taxation. A traditional LLC already has pass-through taxation for federal income tax, although California does not have pass-through taxation for state income tax for S-corp. So, that's one less benefit that having an S-corp would have in most states. The benefits of S-corp election for an LLC have to do with self-employment tax. This takes some explanation, but for certain LLCs, it could save a lot in taxes. Writing off losses. Just as business profits pass through to the owners of an S-Corp, so do the losses. This can help offset their income from other sources and can be helpful if the corporation loses money in the first couple of years. Still, make sure you're aware of the IRS's shareholder loss limitations. Qualified business income deduction. Under the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, some S-Corp owners may be able to deduct up to 20% of their qualified business income. This deduction isn't available to C corporation shareholders. Disadvantages of S-Corp status for California C corporations. Limited number of shareholders. As we said, an S-Corp can't have more than 100 shareholders, while a C corporation has no such restriction. That limitation could be an issue later if the corporation expands and goes public. Limited types of shareholders. All S-Corp shareholders must be U.S. citizens or certain trusts or estates. That could limit your ability to expand internationally. You also can't have partnerships or corporations as shareholders. C corporations don't have these limitations. One class of stock. One way corporations attract investors is to offer preferred stock. That's fine for C corporations, but the IRS doesn't allow it for S-Corp. S-Corp California, how we can help. When you're ready to take the leap, we can help you form a California LLC with an S corporation designation and provide you with valuable support for all of your business needs moving forward.